Because if you don't do something like that, to do some individual stories, you're never gonna grasp even a little bit of the universe. Hi my dear Gerities, Golden Astartes. So I had on my schedule to cover the animation news that we recently got. I'm a bit late with this, but I really wanted to give you my 2 cents on it. Now I haven't seen the trailer of Hammer and Bolter, so let's see that first and then we're going to talk about the animation news. Okay. Oh wow. Oi. Oh my. Ah! Assassin. Oh wow, that's so cool. That's hand. Coming soon. Well, when? Okay, let's stop it right here. Okay, this looks really cool, guys. Now, some of you may know that I just prefer the computer graphics. I mean the 3D rather than this anime style. That's just me. So Hammer and Bolter, from that regard at least, is not exactly my cup of tea, but of course I'm gonna watch it. Anything Warhammer, I will consume. Okay, that didn't sound very well, maybe. Never mind, let's get to the news. So what it says here, Hammer and Bolter, spectacular new screenshots from the animated anthology. Okay, unless you've been lost in the warp for the past couple of weeks, I hope not, you will no doubt be aware that we recently revealed the next wave of Warhammer animations. As if that wasn't enough to send you into a state of blissful delirium, we are back with more intel on another animated project, Hammer and Bolter. Each episode of Hammer and Bolter we are showcasing today tell a unique one-off story that provides a different perspective on life and quite often death in the grim darkness of the far future. These tales shine a spotlight on the 41st millennium, design diversity of setting and factions, including some that you might not expect. Want a story from an orc perspective? Well, yeah, why not? No problem. A look into the lives of the Eldari? Oh yes, me personally, yes, I want to see that. You bet! Hoping for a saga of some budding space wolves? It's all coming your way! Prepare to let your imagination run wild, as we are about to reveal the titles of 6 episodes from the first series, each set in a different corner of the Warhammer 40k universe, along with screenshots that hint as to the character setting and animation styles you'll be clapping eyes on when the full series drops. So without further ado, here they are. Okay, very interesting so far, my thoughts. Individual stories, I didn't expect that, but I guess that is pretty awesome, to say the least. So here it is, the picture from that first episode, Death's Hand. It seems that was the trailer of that we just saw. So it says here, an Inquisitor's voyage back to Terra takes an unexpected turn. Kalidos assassins tend to have that effect on a situation. Very interesting. Then we have the next episode, which is a question of fate. A pair of battle sisters guard a secret shrine against hordes of chaos cultists. Can fate prevail against brute ferocity? Wow, Sisters of Battle in action, just sign me up. That is most interesting to me, at least for now. Next we have In the Garden of Ghosts. Wow. Past and present brutally intertwine as an Eldari spirit seer scours the ruins of a ravaged craft world. I hope I read that right. What could be hidden in that craft world? That's very interesting. So a mystery there as well. You can say that's my second most anticipated episode thus far, based on the premise. Then we have Bound for Greatness. They say that a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and that's especially true in the dusty corners of this librarium. Interesting, also mysterious. Well, I cannot begin to guess, it could be anything really. I'm gonna just leave that as, well, we'll see. Yeah. And then I see some really badass guy here. 3 space wolves. Aspirants push themselves to the limits of endurance. Meanwhile, within the walls of the FANG, an altogether different contest unfolds. Okay, very interesting. This guy here looks like Conan. I'm just saying. A bit, like Space Conan. That's actually one of the most interesting. I would put it probably in my number 2 after the Sisters of Battle episode. Well, I'm gonna do ranking just in a bit for all the episodes that are revealed. So, next, Old BALE Jasko Yarek, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, lives getting sniped off by power claws. The story has got it all. Well, that is it, basically. It's mysterious, every one of them mysterious, interesting, and pretty rich, it seems. Looking at the Warhammer lore, Warhammer 40k lore, there's so many stories that actually go in the same time. I mean, they are happening in the same time as well, so just switching between worlds and showing different stories is just amazing. I would be very happy with that. So this idea actually makes a ton of sense, and I'm personally very surprised by their approach because it's logical, it's intuitive. I didn't expect that much, I expected them to be focusing on one particular part of time and space in the Warhammer 40k universe, so to speak, on some particular characters and just follow them, but no. Each episode is gonna be like a standalone thing, which I'm very excited about. So it looks so promising, guys, even though, like I said, animation is not exactly my cup of tea, because I just prefer the 3D animation, what we're gonna see from Exodite, what Sam Pedersen is working on, what the other creators are working on. That is where things are at. That is what I dream to see the most. But this is looking very compelling, very interesting on its own, and it's pretty substantial idea. There is like not one thing to start from when it comes to Warhammer. You can start from whatever you like and go from there, or just go before that or after that. I mean, you can do whatever. You can explore a lot of storylines, story threads, different characters. You can do whatever you wish. It's freaking Warhammer 40k. It's one of the richest, if not the richest, fantasy sci-fi universe out there. And since I'm still on that book, because I just didn't have time to finish it as fast this time, that audiobook, the Mechanicum, there's so many things there that I actually marked in the player, because I'm listening to it as an audiobook. And I have some things to say that are super interesting. I mean, you'll see when I do the video about that book. But that book hides one of the most substantial mysteries, you can say, and it has some of the most, how to say that, esoteric spins. Yeah, on the Warhammer universe. So it's actually pretty important. It's not that important, the other things that are in between the conversations. What is really important is that Akashic Chronicles project, but we're gonna get to there when we get to there, guys. In the meantime, you can let me know what you think, and are you excited about Hammer and Bolter and all the other Warhammer animation in general. But as for Hammer and Bolter, I think that this is extremely unique idea, and I just love how they actually put a lot of thought into this. I hope that they did, kind of looks like they did, so I'm excited about this and pleasantly surprised by their very original to me and cool approach, because like I said, just makes sense for the universe to do such thing. Because if you don't do something like that, to do some individual stories, you're never gonna grasp even a little bit of the universe. But that way, at least you're gonna show a lot from the universe and just give us a different look and from different perspectives as the last orc story. Now, where I'm gonna rank them all in terms of anticipation, as I said. So yeah, number 1 for me, most interesting, is gonna be the Sisters of Battle episode, just because I really want to see them in action. I think that they're really interesting. I mean, everything is interesting, but I'm just fascinated with them, let's say, a bit more than some of the other factions or characters. So I just want to see how they are utilized and what they can do. So yeah, Sisters of Battle episode number 1. Number 2, in a matter of interest, are the Space Wolves episodes. the episode FANGS. After that, I would say In the Garden of Ghosts, that episode with the Eldari. After that, I would definitely have to put Death's Hand, that's the first episode. After Death's Hand, I'm definitely going for Bound for Greatness. And lastly is the Old BALE with the orcs. So Bound for Greatness, the Priest episode, and the last one with the orcs. So that's my like top 6 you can say of which episode is most anticipated and which story is like more appealing to me. But let me know how you rank the episodes down below, and which of them is like the most interesting as a story idea for you. What are you looking forward the most out of those reviews? Let me know, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on all the news, and if you have something as well to suggest, you can always do that through the comments or through my Golden Astartes server, and every Warhammer fan, fantasy or 40k is welcome. Link to that down below. If you'd like to support me as well, you can check out my OnlyFans for meaningful sex educational content, plus fitness and health, and some physique updates. And there's always Patreon and PayPal for casual support. You can also become a member of the channel, a member of the Imperium, if you so wish, and use some custom 40k emojis in the chat while I livestream or premiere a video. But with that being said, guys, till next time with me, Gary G Reviews, by my Golden Astartes.